we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Should I buy Dogecoin? I'm like, no, you shouldn't buy Dogecoin. You should sell Dogecoin probably now that it's gone up to 42 cents. But there's a lot of uneducated investors that feel the energy of this moment and want to participate. Like, I think Bitcoin is a core part of your portfolio. It's got a purpose. It's going to be around for a long period of time. Every institution I know is buying some. It's basically digital gold. Ethereum is most likely the winner of the decentralized supercomputer that powers all these new businesses, all these new ecosystems. But it might not be the winner, right? I also invested in a thing called Definity, which is going to launch in about a week. They want to be participant in that. Solana, like I talked about, Terra, there's all these other ecosystems like Ethereum trying for the same thing. Then there's DeFi. These DeFi coins trade like equities. In some ways, they have a dividend. You can think of it like a dividend. The more use they get, the more business money they're gonna make. The higher the token's gonna go up. And so I look at those three buckets and say, if you're not in that bucket, you're literally like a Ponzi game. And so Litecoin, BSV, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, whatever that the other Bitcoin.
Right, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch.
XRP, those are all baloney coins, and doesn't mean you can't make money in them, because every once in a while the market gets hot and people are like, oh, that hasn't moved yet, let me buy it, and you pull your friends in. It's a little bit like it's a little bit like that GameStop. They're meme coins, and you can get your head ripped off being short. And so I would not advocate for the non-professionals to be short. And if you're short things, you want to short them after they've taken out of
XRP. This is something that I've been invested in for a long time, and they've obviously had, they are going through some issues. How do you feel about XRP?
Full disclosure, I own some of Ripple equity, and it's been a painful trade because the company's stock trades like dog's breakfast, and they own 55% of the XRPs, and so one of the prices is wrong, right? If you think about XRP at what's it trading, $1.20 times 58 billion, that company should be worth $60 billion just because of the XRP they have on the balance sheet, but it trades at about 3 billion. And so something's way off. So I've never liked the XRP token because you've got one group that owns so much of it. Not let alone you've got the SEC breathing down the necks of the two founders, the CEO, the founder, and the company. And so why is it going up? Crypto communities are like sports fans. Have you ever been to an English football game? Literally, their mouths they make Philadelphia Eagles fans look polite. But there's tribal nature. And, over years, the XRP army has built up a real community of people that really want to believe it. It reminds me a little bit of Trump supporters. So you could tell them anything, oh, they believe you stole the election.
True.
It's like 9/11, conspiracy theories. There's a little bit of that in crypto. They just don't want to look at the truth sometimes. And if you're a good enough army, you're bringing new people into the space. When crypto's hot, I've got amazing how many smart people have called me up and said, should I buy Doge?
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. Also, those who've donated to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love to you. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. Bitcoin is a little lower. Also, guys, we know altcoins are going to move down. We had a lot of altcoins move up. I'll go over that later. But we know we're going to take a dip because CME is around the corner. Now we have Bitcoin set to close in the red for April. Hasn't done that in 6 years. And guys, do not forget, $4 billion worth of futures are going to expire. Plus, we have Ethereum hitting all-time highs. But we know also $930 million worth of futures of Ethereum is going to expire. So we know we're going to take a dip. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have volume, we have tether, and we have USDC. It's going to show us where the market is going. We know the Fed manipulates cryptos and stocks. We know how it goes. Now, we know they have that $50 billion. We know in June that general fund is going to run off that Janet Yellen was using for Treasury. Also, Jerome spoke about Dogecoin, cryptocurrencies. Dogecoin, he says, yes, the market is a bit frothy. And we know, guys, if the Fed printed all that money, the Fed is going to give that money to their friends to flip. That's the reason why they put all this money in the market. Make this money. Turn this $2 trillion into $50 trillion and hand me back whatever percentage. That's how washing works. We see it all in the NFTs, guys. Everything is manipulated. Now we have CME, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, plus we have micro Bitcoin futures are launching on the 3rd, which is going to blast off open interest even more. So we definitely should break records. But what did Jerome say? They're not going to do anything about inflation right now. So inflation is going to rise. Yields are going to rise. The only fix is to raise interest rates. And we know they would never raise interest rates on a $7 trillion balance sheet. Now, going over a couple cryptos, we had Phantom surge 52% after network upgrades. And then also we had Quick moves from 189 to 979 in 3 days, of course, with the Polygon. But guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual news, upgrades, because a lot of these alts you can ride, and then of course they correct. Because if you look at Quick, I think last month it was probably at about 600, went down, and then skyrocketed back up over $1,000 now. So guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual news. And let's get into the videos, guys. We had Mike Novogratz call out some cryptos as Ponzi's. Now, we know Dogecoin is definitely a Ponzi. When it comes to Ripple and XRP, we know when it ran up to $3, that was all because they were paying people to use it. But we know when it comes to Ripple's XRP protocol how important it is. And Mike Novogratz admitted he's invested in Ripple. So, guys, we know when it comes to Ripple XRP, it's definitely going to be used by the banks. We know this. We've seen Brad Garlinghouse all with the central bankers. But when it comes to the overall crypto space, we're in speculation. So a lot of these cryptos are at a price that they will not be in once regulation comes, and that even goes for Bitcoin. Now we have SBI CEO says Ripple wants to go public once they settle SEC lawsuit. And do I see that? No, I just don't see it yet. The reason why is that anything the central banks do and use, they use behind the curtain. Normally, their companies are not public. They normally put what's in front of your face, what they want you to see. Anything private stays behind the curtain. So, guys, we'll see how that pans out. Now, we have Coinbase comes out and says that you can purchase crypto using PayPal. But, guys, do not forget, when it comes to Coinbase and PayPal, it's all about fees. Watch the fees, guys. That is taken away from your actual profits. Now, we have MasterCard plans to help governments build applications on top of CBDCs. And guys, we see the same players, the same banks. Just like I stated, when it comes to the Fed, they're going to choose the winners and losers, the 1% that's actually going to make it. And if you actually do your research, it's probably only 1% that actually has real utility. Now, we have WisdomTree has launched an Ethereum ETP on 2 European exchanges. So, guys, I talk about the products all the time. The casino, they're opening up the casino everywhere. And we have Fidelity unveils a digital asset analytic tool for institutional investors. And lastly, guys, we have Fed's Jerome Powell. The U.S. will not race China to develop a CBDC. And you guys already knew I've been over this 1,000 times. CBDCs are illegal inside the United States. So the fact is, that's the reason why we're not going to race them. And then also, China is going to lead us into this fourth industrial revolution. Well, the fact is that with the United States, we have all of our freedoms. But if China leads us into the fourth industrial revolution, we get rid of all of our privacy without even knowing it, without even seeing it. I'm talking about the masses. We understand, but the masses don't. That's the reason why it's so important to get your friends and family educated, because, guys, it's coming around the corner. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the descriptions. Also, the Cryptoteacher stock channel. Do not forget about the stock channel. I did a new video before, so you can go straight to it after you listen to this video. You have your Cobalt, chip stocks, banking, gaming, while everybody's sitting at home. You got your own stocks, the C-word, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home getting free money and waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day.